Well, welcome back, guys. Ooh, the lighting's not very good. Should look this way. Well, welcome back, guys. Got a few views on the video. Got a little video of Baylor watching the video, so that was pretty cool. So shout out Baylor. No free shout outs according to his dad. So supposed to say that so he doesn't get too much of a big head for a young kid. But anyway, I was just gonna talk to you about what we did in the tractor, what broke, kind of how we remedied that before we get going here today. So stay tuned. So I'm no mechanic by any means, but we ran over one of these hydraulic hoses. It had gotten really low and hanging, and part of the issue there is that we did it one time and bent this bracket. It's supposed to keep this all up, so we've heated that up, but it was this hydraulic hose here, which now we've got some ratchet straps underneath to keep that up. And that hydraulic hose came back into here, which we now think that controls the grapple part of the bucket. But when we did that, we had to unhook all these hydraulic hoses, and of course we did it kind of in a hurry, so we weren't spewing hydraulic fluid all over because we didn't know which hose was broke last Sunday, and we didn't take a picture. So yesterday afternoon we played the game of Matchmaker to try to figure out which hydraulic hoses went where and which side, and eventually we got there after one of those like, hey, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way type conversations through a window when the tractor was running. So anyway, we got that figured out, and the tractor's back up in business, which was a good week to have a breakdown. It was 30, it's 33 right now. It's gonna be 50 today. The sun's trying to pop out. So if any week to have that problem, it was good to have it this week. So anyway, we're gonna do some feeding. I think we're gonna work on the water. I'm not sure, we talked about it yesterday. Turn the water off, fixing it since it's gonna be so nice. We think that's just one little elbow piece, but we'll find out when we get in there. So we filled these feeders a week ago today. There's just probably around 60 head of cattle in here eating. A couple butcher critters and such. And there's how much they've eaten in a week. Now there's two feeders like this. They do eat quite a bit in a week. It's probably where you could feed or fill them every 2 weeks, 10 days. But since it's nice, I think we're doing that today too. Walk through the calves here. Never a bad idea to walk through them. Look for anything, just calm them down a little, get them used to you. Not too many more weeks and we'll have them out of here. Not really sure when we're thinking yet, but looking good. They always look a little muddier when it's warm, but we'll take the warmth for sure. Turns out it was just a faulty clamp that we're on the ice and the mud for.
Nice.
Or big time, fix the Richie Water video is huge. It was a clamp journey. I crawled under there when it was 30 below, or not quite 30 below, and tightened that clamp, and it was still leaking pretty good, and we just said we're not dealing with it. And when we got under there today and shut everything off, and then got a hold of that clamp, it wasn't getting tight and it was rusted. Our water's really rusty, and took that clamp off, put a new one on. Seems to be okay. So we thought that elbow piece in there would be broke. Thankfully it wasn't. If you watched the previous video, we had some really cold temperatures and we thought it would freeze that because we lost power or something, but we're not really sure what happened. But I mean, to have a clamp and that to be the problem and the issue, and we can fix that. My dad joked, well, good thing I bought $100 worth of plumbing stuff for be a 50-cent clamp. So anyway, I think we're just gonna feed cows. We're gonna push the feeders off. It's gonna get pretty slimy here, maybe next few days in the 40s. Maybe we'll dry some of this out so we don't create so much slime, but we'll just kind of feed some cows and quick video and get it out to you. So stay tuned, stay tuned. Can't really zoom in, but we replenished some of our SmartLick tubs over there the other night. The cows were right in my hip pocket when we unloaded them, so they're chasing some mineral, which is okay, but they're pretty content. I said before it's going to get to 50 today. We're just slow moving, and we, typically when you start a tractor this time of year, they're following it. They're pretty content today. We'll make them probably pick a little. There's some hay out here, but probably feed them a few bales, and then maybe do it Tuesday or Wednesday this week, depending on the temperature. It's gonna be nice. They don't eat a ton when it's this nice. They eat a lot when it's cold to obviously maintain energy, but when it's nice like this, they will eat less, of course. So, if you're new to the channel, we primarily run commercial cattle. We have bought a few registered animals that we don't keep registration on the last few years, just to try to diversify the herd of cattle that we have. But we're kind of a dual income type family. We get a little bit of income off the farm, but we both, my dad and I, and then my wife and my mother, we all four have full-time jobs, so this is kind of the extra. But it's part of our family history and tradition as well, so we have a lot of fun doing it. Just always something you have to think about. But in the summertime when I'm not working because I'm a teacher, that's kind of what I've turned into my full-time job. So speaking of teaching, one of my students watched the video from last Sunday, and he said how we feed cows is dumb. He's entitled to his opinion. We had a good conversation, but he says that windbreak is only, steel windbreak in your feed yard. This is trees. Look at all the stone drifts. He doesn't think trees are windbreak, so I'm here to prove him wrong today. So anyway, I won't say his name, so he's personally humiliated, but we also stack our bales up as windbreak. We don't have any protection out of the south, but typically when the wind's out of the south, it's a beautiful day. When the wind's out of the northwest, it's cold. That's why there's 30 feet high trees and cedar trees and everything else to block the wind. So anyway, shout out to my student who likes to argue. Appreciate it. Creates great dialogue. Got to walk out here to these mineral tubs since the cows are kind of away from me. There's a couple cows that we do not trust. They should be in a McDonald's hamburger, but I'm just going to take a look at these mineral tubs. Put them out here on Wednesday. Put down a little bit. They kind of look in a circle. So we're down a little bit, but we put 4 tubs out here, so it'll be okay for a couple more weeks. Speaking of incomes, I think this is the first year I can use my farm income for something that isn't related to a wedding ring or a wedding. So if I keep making videos this summer, I have some ideas how to spend some money so that the government doesn't take it all. I have my own thoughts about that, but I'll stay PG on that. So anyway, stay tuned for that maybe later this spring or in the summer, if I keep making videos. So that's a little teaser for the future. Well, that's gonna be a quick video today. I don't even know, it'll probably only be a few minutes long, but whatever. I'll show you I'm burning a stump. It's kind of fun to watch it burn down. This was a willow tree that I cut down a few years ago, and then I just got around to burning the stump. Kind of smoldered all night. But wind's out of the south, so it's kind of blowing all the smoke and all the crap away from the house. It's kind of a good day to do it. I'm gonna send you off. I got some more ideas for videos here in the future. Just talked to Dad about maybe a well project or trying to figure out power. I got an old sheep barn in the backyard I never showed you that has had power, had a well, and has been used for 15 years probably. So maybe dive into that this summer, maybe not. As always, appreciate you watching, and stay tuned to more episodes. Peace.